Hello, welcome back again to this Employee Record Management System development tutorial. This video will talk about the profile of the admin. We're going to create a profile page where the data of the user admin will be fetched from to a page, and then later on we can update it or do some changes to the profile. So let's dive into it. Okay, so first you go to the main view. The main view, we have to look for the navigation where we want to put our for the profile. We have to create a link here by just putting paste URL, and the link for that will be admin slash profile. So it's inside of the admin controller in the profile method. So that is the okay. Then next thing that we have to is to go to the admin, and we can create another method here. This public function profile. Okay, then we just copy this entire if statement because that is what we need to be secured. So then just because it's already needed, and then all we need to do here is to create another um, the main, so we can have the profile view. Okay, so everything is just the same. Why? Because we need the session, the email, because basically what we are going to do is just to create same template, same navigation if for our page profile. So basically we have to do the same thing. Then we load the admin model. We have a query for that, for fetching the data or getting user info, and this one we can update to welcome to the admin profile. So record management system. Okay, so now if we're going to check what we did, refresh and go to profile. So you can see there we can now have admin dashboard, the profile view. So what we need to do is to go to our project, then dashboard, then create here PHP the uh, profile underscore view the PHP. Okay, then we need to save it and run it to test. So we have now a blank document. So remember, we are going just to copy everything what we hid there. So basically what we are doing is just go to the main view, the main view here. So basically what we are just doing is just copy the entire thing here and paste it with the profile. Okay, and just save it. As you can see here, we have that profile. Okay, so so when we say profile, or we can just go to the dashboard, look at the URL, look at how we can go change it, go to the main view. We will have here For record, we need to the base URL, and this is admin dashboard. So on the admin view, which is in admin dashboard, okay, you can link here by going to that one. And in the profile, what the problem is, if you click that one, we have a this ampersand. It is because these are two separate folders, a file that is now working. So if you have to check it also here and change it, you can change it also. What we did on our main view, echo base URL admin dashboard. So basically what we are doing here is just look at the when we click that one, it go to the dashboard, and we click that one and go to the profile. So only thing that changes here, we just remove for the profile. We will just remove the section title, the this canvas. So here, this canvas here will be removed. Will be removed for that. Okay, then we have to put here profile, save and refresh. So we have profile. You can see there we have now our we go to dashboard, and this is the dashboard, and we have profile here. We have also the profile. Then in the profile, you don't need to worry about the logout, because also here we have copied everything that we hid here. So is it okay now? But the problem for this one is we have a lot of codes to maintain. Like for example, if we will go to create a change password, we have to create also another file. And then if you update some link, like for example, if you update this one, because this one is for the profile, and we have to create echo base URL, and we have admin change password. So if we're going to change that one, this is for the profile. So for the profile, okay, because I was logged out a while ago. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I on the dashboard right now. When we go to profile, so in the dashboard, when I go to change password, it doesn't that go the same thing. But if you go to go to profile and go to change password, it goes to change password. Now because if you have changed this one here, um, for change password, need also to change here uh, with this file. So you have to change it also here to be working it properly. Now it is okay, but later on you have a problem with this, because if you have a lot of pages that you're going to develop, if you update some navigation, because this navigation here is one need uh, to be unified or centralized, and also this one. So to be not having a problem later on with this, we need to make a template for this. So all I have to do here is to do something which is very important to us. So inside of this dashboard, I will going to create um, a template for header. So I'll hit here. I just put here header, that header view, that PHP. I'll create that one also, and I'll create another one. um, I need also footer underscore footer view dot php, and I'll be also using underscore content underscore view dot php. So basically I am going to create a template for this, so that um, we need to be fixed with our header and also your footer, because we want that our headers and footers are fixed and the content is always changing. So to do that here, what we are going to do first is going back to our dashboard. Look, we are here in our dashboard. We are going to be going to separate um, the three parts of our page: the header, which is included with this navigation, and this also the navigation here, and also the heading part, and also here with our footer, which is at the top part, at the bottom part. So next thing that we need to do here, with our header view, the first thing, sorry for the twisting that we do in the dashboard, is to load the content. So to do that here on our admin, go to the dashboard. Instead of um, loading this main view, we need to load underscore um, content view. So what happened is this: we have a blank document for the content. So the content here will load the view. So we need the first thing that we load the content is the first we load is the content view. Now for the content, we go to the content here. It's a purely PHP. This one will load this load view, and this one will load the admin dashboard and the header underscore header view. It will load the header. So what is inside the header? The header view is inside of the header view, or um mm, or this one, the entire navigation. So when you say entire navigation, it is um it is this part until the top. So everything here will be copied. It copied, so it copied it, and it is now left is the main. Then we put it on our view here, so it's now what it look like. So as we can see that our admin loaded the content view, so they go to the content view. So the content view here has a code that loads first the header. So what happened is here we have now the header, where we can now have the header, because everyone to do is to content is we have to make it different from each other pages. But this one, the header, the navigations, everything is the same, and also the footer. So next thing that we need to do in our content here is to load the footer. So this load view admin dashboard underscore footer underscore view. So this one is loading the view right now. So the view that we need to do is on our main view. That footer starts with this from the script until the end of that one. That is um, the the footer. So this is the footer. So on the content view, go to the footer view. I have to paste everything here. So so right now we all have the footer, which we can now. A while ago we cannot click this one because it needs a JavaScript and also the jQuery. So since it is lacking for the footer, because the footer needs, we need to load that one. So we already load it in our footer. We on our admin we called the content. Now the content pass that loads the footer now. So what happened is to refresh it. Now we can now it is now working. It is now working with our JavaScript. We can tell that this is working. We can now use the logout. We can log out now. Okay. So basically that we are now going to the next part. It is to load the content. To load the content here, we need to use this load view, and we need to load the content. So the content is depend what is the content you need to put here on the URL. So right now on the admin, all we need to do, because this one is the array that pass to the this is the array that pass to the, we call it the content view. So all we need to do here is to add another one, and that one is content. Remember what we need the variable data that we need is content. The data that we need is content, so we put here content. Just remove the dollar sign, and the content for that we should put here, for example, um, um, the content for that is the main view. So the underscore main underscore view, that is our main content. So now what is remaining for our the main view, which is here, is only the content. There is no footer here, and also at the top there is no header here. So save it. As you can see right now, it's have a problem in admin line 217. I probably have a problem here, which I don't need a semicolon, but only since it's the last one, it just stay that there. Okay, refresh. So we have a problem, we have an error. We go to inspect element. We have a problem. We need to know what is the problem here. um, the main view. Okay, it is not loaded because this daemon view is under the admin and dashboard. So we have to put here admin dashboard. That is the case. So refresh, and you can now see it is now loaded with this one. So very good. Now it's loaded here. Now go to the profile. If you go to the profile, it's still the same, but now on the profile you have this bunch of files here. So all we need to do is to remove this one. You remove this, you remove that, and just remove the footer also. Just stay the data that we need on our content. Now go to the admin view, the admin rather, and go to the profile. Instead of doing this, the profile, all we need to do is create underscore content view, and then content view, just add um, what is your content that you need to load on that view. So just that comma and content. Sorry, I'll just paste it directly. I have already copied it. Content and admin dashboard. This one is the profile view. save and refresh. As you can see, this nothing changed the thing, but in our codes, it's really help us to maintain whatever changes that we have. Like for example, if we do changes these for orders, for example, enroll employee, by that easily we can just add, go to the header and change one file. Like for example, I'll be putting here um like for example, for the header view, we have to customers orders, for example, dashboard, we can change it to um enroll employee. So employees, for example, and then we have reports. Then you just delete everything here. So what really happened is you just deleted one file. Then what you can hear, we have the profile, and if you go to dashboard, it's also the same. So you only edit one file and for all the your pages. So it really saves you a lot of problem later on. So this is what we need to do first. Okay, so I guess you already have that and learned that. So go to the profile. We go to the profile, and we need to create a form for our profile. So we need to create this one. So we need to create forms. Okay, so we have forms that we have to um, look into. We can have, for the examples, we have sign in, we have product. Wow. So we have a lot of things. So we can use the sign in, or the, we call it the floating labels. So we can use this one as our template. Just copy and paste to be fast. And we go to the D profile view and just remove everything here, all the tables, and paste your our form, save and refresh. So we have that um, in our us. So we have to load the in our header. We need to load the floating point, floating. So dashboard template. Just copy this line, and we have already loaded that floating labels. So you have to put here floating labels.css fresh. Okay, so it's working, and I think we have to remove this one. I guess we have on the header, I think, that we have did not remove. We go to the header and there is a dashboard. I think that there is need to be removed. Current. Oh, I think it's on the profile view. I think there is a dashboard also. Yeah. So there's a dashboard. So we need to remove this and change this one to profile. Okay, so that is floating. So just we are going to remove everything here. Just remove the table that we need. We need that. We don't need that anymore, and also this P here. Okay, so I think that's one I need. we have a problem conflicting or or CSS. I think on our container there is we have a margin left. Okay, something is pushing this one. Margin left, margin right. Something to put it here. Right and left, it's auto margin spanning. There is no margin top. Okay, for now, let us just leave it there. All we need is to let this one have a value. We need to put a value for email, first name, last name, date of birth, gender, I think, and then the date registered. So all we need to do is to create a form. Okay. Um, this one will be ID for email. You can change to email. This one for email. Just need don't need required. Also that one and email, and then we have also password. We don't need password here and here. We can change it to save. We will make okay, yeah. So we want this one that there is a value for the email. So first is to fetch the data, that so that we will not be confused. So first is we fetch the data. We already fetched the data. On our admin, we already fetched the data. These are the data that we fetch, user data. So all we need to do is to use that one again here in this header or on our app update profile, like that. Here we can use it in this part, or we can put it at the top. As up to you where you want to put it. And we have to use this one if this one user detail um, num rows is equal to 1, meaning that means that this means that the query that we have is only equal to 1. So if it is equal to 1, meaning it is fetched from the database. Now we use this one for each to look each of the rows of our database, and user detail result as row. Then we store this individual variable, like for example email is equal to row, and then the name key for the database for that is email. So we have that email. Okay, so to get that value here, we have to place value value and echo variable email. Save and then refresh. So we have now that email. Okay, that's the one that we need. Then we have to choose also. We don't have the password, so we go directly to the first name. So for the first name, we have to create a label here. Okay, then we have text for this one, and this one is F name, and this one is F name, and this one we need to change this one to the first holder is first name. Now we need to get the first name by adding F name here. Variable F name is equal to row, and what is that column here is first name. Make sure it's first. Make sure that it is a same name with also name same uh, casing. So first a name, then output here variable F name. Save. So we can now refresh. We have that. So we have to change also here, which is first name. Save, refresh. Okay, the same name that we need to do in our another, and this is last name, L name, last name, and this one is last name. Gets the data for the first last name. Get a variable. This one is last name, and the format for last name here on the database is last name. We can last name here, copy and just paste it here, and use here last name. Save and refresh. Sorry, here save and first name first. Then next we have a date of birth. So the same thing that we need to copy and paste. This one is date. Name of birth is DOP. This one is date of birth. This one is date of birth. Now the value for that one is also DOB. So we'll create that one here. DOB row. As you can see here, it is DOB. Okay, the reason why we have you don't need to put password because that is password and this is confidential. You don't need to show it their password. Okay, then here we have to put here DOB. So there, so you can see refresh 0622, which is correct. When this the account date of birth for that account 06, which is correct. Okay, that's good. Now we have to copy and paste here. What is the last thing that we need to do? We have date, gender, and date registered. The date and registered. So we have okay. We can directly output it here. Okay, we can input type text. Okay, and but this one is no, that is not autofocus. We have to remove that autofocus. And this one is this disabled, disabled. So this one is reg dit reg date registered. Okay, then we have date reg. date reg, and that one is date registered. Okay, date underscore registered. Okay, save and refresh. Okay, so date registered is 08. Okay, which is good. Okay, so we have to change it. Date reg, date reg, save, refresh. We have that. Okay, so we have that date registered is okay. Then we have also the male and female. So that is not the same, but we have to work it out. So okay, we have to put here select and just put the ID only, and this one is gender, class, form control. Then we have the option. The first option is the gender, so we have to create gender. Gen is equal to row, and the name for that is gender. Okay, so that is gender. So here we have gen. For the value, we need to make it call it twice because of their option also. So as you can see here, refresh, load, we have date registered. Okay, so we have a problem here, especially also on the registration. Same thing we have made. So we have to delete this one and make it to form control LG, save, refresh. Okay, then we have to make option male, male, face, female, female, save, refresh. We have that male, male, and female. So that's really have our form. To finish it out, we don't want to update this email address. It is because this is what is very important to us. We don't want to change this, so we need to disable that. Add this disabled. Save, refresh. Okay. So only thing that we can update only is the first name, last name, okay, date of birth, and the gender. So all the things that we need, okay, for our profile for now. Or we can just add some sections like profile picture. Okay, but for now, since we are on the basic one, we need to know also how to update this to complete our profile. So the first thing that we need to do here is to capture this event. Okay, so we have to make sure that when we click this one, we need to do something. So to do this, um, um, since we have now our footer, and our footer is really on here in this. So this is what we have a problem also when having a jQuery or Ajax functionality, because our footer is far away now with our with his. So the hierarchy we can see here for our D profile is this one, and below this one is the footer, and our script is we need to put it way too below for the footer. Like is the placement for that is we need our queries inside here. Okay, so to fix that, we can create a dashboard here, and we can make some files. We can have a naming convention, or we can just create a folder and uh, query event or jQuery event. So that means we can create a folder inside of that, and we can name it, for example, uh, we can have like this profile. So profile um, script.php. So that's it. So we have PHP script. Now all we need to do is go to the footer, and we can load the view. We can load this load. We need to have a PHP. This load view, and we load the view inside the admin dashboard and jQuery underscore event, and we load the what that file is. The file is profile script. So that file, so we can just add a file here, a profile script, and use document that ready function alert. Okay, we can test this one. Hello, and we can refresh if it's working. Okay, so it's connected our file from outside of our you have now PHP script. Okay, so which is having now a control or a form. So we need to do here in our form here, we need to look at what is the ID for that form. So go to profile view, and you have this form. Okay, we need to control that. We have the ID update admin. So update admin. So you get that form. Go to this one, and we can select that admin. Use the on event and pop up the submit, and we have function. We name that event handler event. Then we can capture this object event, then use prevent a default. So that means we prevent submitting the form. Yeah, so that's good. Okay, so next thing that we need to do here is the um, submit the form, okay, using the Ajax. So we have do Ajax. Okay, so we can look back into our registration or login for the Ajax. What was the first thing that they need for the Ajax to work with? The first is the URL, method, and the data that we're going to submit, and data type. Okay, so before that we proceed, we go to our form. Make sure that we have to put here the name, so we can put here the name, so that in our deserialize we'll have a hold of the key name of the form. So we have name, email, name is for if name, and name is for L name, name for DOB, name DOB, and name gender. So that's the gender one. So it's complete now. So next thing that we need to do is to supply the URL from our profile. Okay, the URL for this one is echo base URL admin update profile. You can do that one, and method that we are going to use is post. Okay, then next thing that we have is the data. So the data that we are going to pass there is the serialize this dot serialize. Then we have here the return data type. So the data type that we need to. So what is the data type that we use for our jQuery? So data type is JSON. So we can copy for that and paste. So we have data type, and we have success, and the function for that is data. So that's how our JSON for our Ajax works. So we have to go to the profile and test if there is something um, running in um, our URL, which is the update profile. So we can echo or alert data and go to admin and just create here public function. What is the name for that is update profile. So update profile function, and make sure to copy this if statement that is wants to be secured, and else. Yeah, so that's it. So for this one we just echo connected, save, refresh, click this one. We have an error for a while.